Welcome to LilyBit's Virtual Visions. This is a series of interviews that takes you on a journey through the immersive world of virtual reality. I am your host, LilyBit Vr, but you can call me LilyBit. And I am here to guide you through the landscape where art, technology, and human imagination collide. Each episode will bring you exclusive interviews with visionary creators who are pushing the boundaries of virtual reality. My guests all share a common thread, a passion for harnessing the power of VR to shape new realities and explore the endless possibilities of VR as a platform for creative expression and innovation. So join me. Sit back and let's embark on a journey through the endless possibilities that creative artists and virtual worlds will bring to you. Subscribe today, and together we'll explore the limitless creativity of the virtual reality realm. Hi everybody, my name is LilyBit. I'm here with a new friend, CiinnaBun. She's here to talk to us about becoming a VR dancer. It's not as easy as it looks. It's actually quite complex. If you haven't done any VR, you're not familiar with the technology, there is certain things you have to take into consideration, like the external space as well as being in the metaverse. So it is a little bit of a complicated thing to maneuver. She's very talented. We will get to see a little bit of her work later on.
Hello, I'm CiinnaBun. I am a VR aerial hoop dancer. I've been dancing for about a year and about 6 months using an aerial hoop. I dance at clubs. I dance at like go-go dancing for DJs. I do showcase dancing. Just dancing anywhere I can, almost every day of the week.
Awesome. Okay, that sounds really good. Now let's get started with some of the questions I've prepared for you. Can you tell me, how does using virtual reality impact, your creative process as a dancer? Can you describe if you have any influence, choreography, or you perform on a certain way? Do you prefer things to be kind of organic and make it up on the spot, or do you prepare something in advance?
So when it comes to dancing, it really depends. Stuff like go-go dancing or showcase dancing, I kind of just do it on the spot. I get to hear the music and then I just dance. For events, for solo performances, I do kind of choreograph them, not to a T, but just, to be on beat with the song. If I want to use particles or effects, I like to practice when I want to use those, but more of the time I freestyle.
And when it comes to the particles and all those special effects, do you sort of alter your avatar in Unity to create those things, or is something that you already buy the avatar with and then just learn to use it?
As of right now, I do edit my avatars to personalize them a bit. This one is not edited. This is just how it came. It's by a bunisu. But usually I do try to edit it to personalize it. When it comes to dancing and adding particles, unfortunately I'm not super familiar with it yet. Unity and Blender are a little scary. So no, I usually just buy stuff or buy particle packages and add it onto the avatar in Unity.
Oh, okay, yeah. Unity is a bitch. Pardon my French, but yeah, it can be quite difficult. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Now, another thing I wanted to ask you is, virtual reality can transport a user into, different environments. How does these immersive settings affect the emotional connection that you may have with an audience? How does it enhance the storytelling aspect of your dance performances, for example? and also, let us know about the challenges, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that you have to be very aware of your external space, especially if you're using something like the hoop. That is a bit more challenging than just dancing around free. Tell us about it.
So I guess one of the challenges is obviously you're basically dancing blindfolded. You can kind of see like from the peak of your headset, but when it comes to like aerial dancing, I am constantly getting hit in the head with a hoop or trying to find where it's at in my room. So I do try to like be aware of where that is, but when it's spinning, even when I'm not on it, it's still usually moving. So that is a bit of a challenge, but nothing that really stops me from using it. I think for me, what dancing in VR does is that not only am I able to be wherever, I can be whoever. I can be a fairy one day, I can be like a little monster girl the next, and I can be whoever I see fit to tell a story that I want to tell in the environment that I want to tell it to. For social media, I've been trying to go to different locations to film videos and different avatars. At events, like obviously I have no control over the map I'm in, but I have control over the avatar I'm in, and I like to be in avatars that fit the music or the story that I'm trying to tell. Am I trying to be a, little emo fairy girl who's a little depressed and walking around spinning on my hoop? Then I can be. I get to be whoever. And like even this month, I get to be in these spooky little avatars and be little like scary. And I get to pick the music that matches it and tell a story that I want. And I can't really do that in person, but I can do that here. And I think that really helps create something special that I can't do in person. And I think for the audience as well, it's fun seeing something new every time, something different, something you can't watch like in person. It's exclusively a VR experience.
That's for sure. Definitely. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I must say, that avatar you're wearing is very cute, but I wouldn't say it's scary. It's very much a Halloween avatar, but it's so beautiful to be scary. It's gorgeous.
It's a little monster girl.
Wait, do that again. Oh my god.
Turn it on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Oh my god.
I'm just keeping it away for the conversation.
I think you should, because I get scared very easy. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Yeah. Very Halloween. So basically what you're saying is that because virtual reality, you can transport and be anything you want to be, especially with the use of the avatars. So you use your avatars to tell the story. They're very much part of your performance. They are important, I guess, to the message that you're trying to convey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Kind of like how costumes would be.
Precisely. Yes. A virtual costume. Perfect. Okay. Something else I'd like to ask you is, can you share any memorable moments or performances, that where the virtual technology significantly enhances the audience's engagement with your dance? I mean, I guess you kind of answered that question already, because you mentioned the avatars help with that. But have you ever come across a newbie, someone who's very new to VR, it's their very first experience, and when they see that three-dimensional art in front of them, and it feels like you're in the space with the person that's wearing the avatar, in this case yourself, what's the reaction? Is it something memorable, or is it like, how do people react? Let us know.
I think it is pretty fun for me, at least, when people discover that I'm using an aerial hoop, because like I feel like everyone's kind of like heard at least whispers about people dancing in this game, and they might not have seen it, but like they know it's a thing. They know it's like kind of like a little scene, a little dance scene to it, if you will, or a club scene. And I think it's always a very exciting and memorable when I start dancing on someone who I've never met before, and at first they see me mount the hoop and they're like, oh, she's a pole dancer, and then I start swinging and going upside down, and they're like, oh my god, it's a hoop, how are you doing that? I get called like a Beyblade a lot. I think that's pretty funny, and I've kind of just took it to heart. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little Beyblade, just going in circles. So I think it's fun being people's first experience to like aerial hoop style dancing in this game. I know for me, when I first met my first aerial hoop dancer that like set me on this path, it was like mind blowing to see. And I do hope I'm like that for some other people. Because I know for me, that experience literally put me on the path to become an aerial dancer.
Definitely, yes. The very first time I saw you, on the hoop, spinning around, it just looked absolutely beautiful and magical. And that's definitely one of the reasons I wanted to include you into this set of interviews, because you do a fantastic job. Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now the use of VR can also change the audience's perspective by allowing them to experience a dance from different angles. That's why 360 and the fact that you feel that you're here is so important. How does this shift in perspective impact your choreography and the way you communicate your artistic message?
For me, I think I really like to play around with perspective, as in the size that I dance in. When I'm doing more like lap dances or floating at an event, I tend to be really small, like a little pocket size. I can dance right in front of somebody, not take up too much space, since my dancing does take up a lot of room anyway. But when it comes time for like a solo performance, I do like to be like 2.5, 3 meters tall, and I want to be able to show like all the movements that I'm doing and not be super shiny, just so that everyone around me can see. And I feel like that helps make it more immersive instead of seeing someone really small on stage and you like are like, oh, it's like for me anyway. I use glasses. I'm wearing prescription lenses right now. So for me, it also just helps to be really big when people are dancing. So I try to do the same for other people to just visually be there. But it also tells part of the story as well. Sometimes when I'm doing more, what would the word be? I like to be in bigger avatars when I try to do dances that are more ethereal, I guess what the word would be. If the story feels that I need to be a little small and sporadic, I'll be a smaller size, running around the stage, doing like weird little things. But if I'm trying to be like a big fairy or like a little goddess dancing on stage, and I try to fit the size of the character that I'm trying to become for the story's purpose.
Oh, yeah. I can see how that would be very, very useful. So you are actually using the full capabilities of virtual reality, because the fact that you can actually change your size, it's something you can't do in the real world, no? So it is very, very useful, and it's good to embrace it and use it. Definitely. You know how virtual reality technology is continuously evolving. And how do you see the future of VR in the dance world? And what innovations or advancements are you most excited about in terms of, its potential, to impact your art form?
For me, there's like a bunch of little things that I can't wait for. I can't wait for more options when it comes to being wireless. Like right now, I am corded on an index. Obviously, I can't aerial dance with a cord, not safely anyway. So I switched to like a Quest 2, and that was just like the more affordable option at the time. So I can't wait to see more headsets become wireless. I can't wait for options for controllers. When I dance, I have to slide my controllers down to my wrist, and it looks a little funky when I dance, but it's the only way I can dance because I can't have something in my hand while I'm gripping a hoop. So just little changes like that I'd love to see. But there's also the huge changes that I can't wait for, especially when it comes to stuff like particles and animations. I've definitely been mind blown by other dancers in the community who have blown my mind with what they can do when it comes to particles, animations, and keyframe dancing. And I've been to clubs that have like incredible talented performances where I don't even feel like I'm watching a dance. It feels straight up like I'm watching like Disney on Ice performances. And me personally, I would love to learn how to do stuff like that. And that is my goal. But I feel like I can't wait for VR to change to that's more of like not something you would see once in a blue moon, but something that's almost like normalized. And it is special. And I want everyone to be able to experience that. And I can't wait for everyone to be able to see the things that I've seen in this game.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's for sure. When the technology gets a little bit more affordable as well, there will be more people coming into this sort of world and have like alternative lives a little bit. So yeah, I agree, definitely. All right. So one thing I always ask everybody that I interview is, the use of avatars. How especially in your field, is actually quite important because it's part of your performance. But when you're not actually dancing, when you're just socializing with people, getting to know new sort of users in the metaverse, whether it's in VRChat or in other platforms, how do you feel the avatar that you pick to wear affects people's perception about you, and does the way they treat you is affected by the avatar that you wear?
Oh, most definitely. I feel like in person, people are very quick to judge a book by its cover, and I feel that that's pretty similar in the game. Like when you show someone's avatar, you are trying to I feel like even if you don't mean to, you are making a quick judgment on a person based on the avatar they choose to wear. And I feel I try to wear avatars that best represent my style and aesthetic. I do change the avatar I main pretty much like every other week. So I don't have like a custom avatar that I just wear as CiinnaBun. I kind of just wear the avatars I feel fit me for like a quick period of time or however I'm feeling at the time. When it comes to how people perceive me and the avatars I choose to wear, I have been told like the avatars I pick are either like colorful or they're funky and they're cool, and I have to credit my girlfriend for that. She put me onto a lot of good avatar creators. But I think it comes to the point where people will DM me just random avatars and be like, "Oh my god, this really fits your style. This really fits how you like what you usually wear." And I think it's cool that even though I don't have like an avatar to say that is 100% me, I'm really happy that I have like a style that is kind of symbolized as CiinnaBun, and I can make my own edits to avatars and make it feel more me. And I think people like to perceive me as, colorful or goofy, or I guess, as you said, this one was cute, but then had a secret little monster face to it. So I think that's how I would say people perceive me. Just random avatars, just in different colors.
Oh yes, definitely. You are a colorful girl. You definitely come across as being fun, especially once you get to know you, because I have known you for a little bit, although we don't interact as much. But every time you come around and you're in my space, you can tell you're there, and it's a very good vibe. And it's not goofy at all. It's definitely not goofy. It's actually a very cheerful, very, very pleasant vibe. So, and yeah, your avatars are lovely and colorful. It's definitely, you have a look, and it's very nice. And maybe because you have talented avatar creators that have helped you achieve that, you give them a shout. Let's just mention some names.
Oh my god, cool. All right, well, I gotta mention who I'm wearing right now. This is Bunisu's newest avatar. I have gotten into Straw Bunny avatars. I'll have to shout out my friend Cassandra and all her awesome avatars as well. This is so on the spot. Yeah, we'll just stick to those three right now. Oh my gosh. And because it's Halloween month, I have to shout out I Am Hungry for her avatar mimic, because I love that avatar and I wear it like everywhere now. It's like a cool little clown with a mouth in the back. I don't know what this means now since it's Halloween,
I've seen her. I have seen it. Yes. Just very, very imaginative. It's kind of like Harry Potter, Philosopher's Stone kind of vibe. The head at the back of the head.
The huge mouth, yeah.
The face at the back of the head, yeah. Oh, that's excellent. Definitely. No. I know I put you on the spot, and I'm sure there's a lot of talented avatars creators that you do know and you would like to mention. But, everybody's very, very talented. All the avatars I've seen in VRChat are absolutely amazing. So, good jobs, everybody. But this is wonderful, you do pick a certain avatar creator for a certain style that kind of makes you sort of identify with them. I've had cases where I have bought avatars in the past and they look absolutely beautiful, and they are beautiful and very well crafted. I put them on and it just is not me. It doesn't mean that the avatar is not beautiful or well done, but it's just I can't relate to it. So yeah, I do have my favorites. So a big shout out to Rxsi. As you know, I'm wearing Rxi's avatars. Even my Halloween, my new one is Rxsi. I love her work, and although I do my sort of own little edits to it, I do identify to the way she does create her avatars. But yeah, it's important to let them know that they're doing a good job and give them credit for it, for sure, because it is a craft. Excellent.
For sure.
CiinnaBun, thank you very much for being part of this project. I love your avatars. I love your personality. And I'm sure you've got a lot of fans out there that absolutely appreciate your craft, for sure. Thank you for being here.
I don't know about fans, but thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Remember to subscribe today and turn on your notifications if you would like to join me on my next interview. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.